Stafford Speedway might be known as a home of the SK Modifieds, but it also has a long and rich late model tradition. Many of the great names of late models have competed at Stafford. Guys like Ryan Pasacco and Woody Pitcat and Chuck Sintarski and Jim Peterson. We're going to add a new name to the list this year, driving the 11X, Tyler Leary of Hatfield, Mass. Tyler, what brings you to Stafford this year?
You know, we have a deep history in the family too with late model racing, and it's always been in the blood. So we started off at Monadnock 3 years ago. This will be our 4th year, and we finally decided that it's time to go run Stafford. It's always been something we wanted to do, so really excited for it.
Now, are you familiar with Stafford?
Yeah, I mean, we've been going and watching races there since I was pretty young, and this track is actually what got me into racing. So, like I said, it's just something I've always wanted to do. So,
it seems to me it's going to be a pretty big adjustment to make, going from a quarter mile at Monadnock to the flat half mile at Stafford. What kind of a challenge do you think it's going to present to you?
You know, I've had some pretty good success at Monadnock, but I think running Stafford definitely would be a pretty big jump. I mean, you're working with a whole different animal, different cars, different motors, and definitely the track is going to play a huge role. So it'll take us a while to get rolling, but I think eventually we'll slip right into place.
Now, what is your racing background?
To be honest with you, I started driving race cars before I even had my license on the road, so I never raced go-karts. I never did any of that. I hopped right into a super stock at Monadnock and went from there on out.
Kind of unusual in this era that you started in at the big track instead of going at a quarter midget or a go-kart.
Yeah, my dad always ran late models, so we were familiar with the cars, and it's just what we wanted to hop into.
Now, what are your expectations in your rookie season?
Well, it'd be a great accomplishment to get Rookie of the Year. I'd love to have that accolade behind my back, and because we got it at Monadnock, so just hoping for the best, I guess.
Now, you mentioned your father. Has he been instrumental in your career?
Oh, for sure. I can basically count on him for 90% of what we do. He got me into this, and he helps me out. You know, it was the leading role to this.
And who are some of the other people who have been behind your racing effort?
I mean, family, friends, you can always count on them for support, and the sponsors. We do really well with sponsors, and got to thank them a lot, because without them, I don't even know if it would be possible. So huge help there.
I know you have my favorite radio station on your hood, so that's a positive thing right there.
Yeah, we actually just talked to Sean over at Kicks, and he said that they would help us out in the 2016 season 2, so their name will be on the Stafford car as well as the Monadnock car. And if anyone listened to Kicks last year, they ran a commercial through race season, and I had a commercial on there thanking the sponsors and everything, so it's really a great deal, you know. They help us out a ton.
So that is pretty good. Eric Church and you on the same radio station.
Yeah, if you look at it that way, it's nice. I like it.
Okay, if some of the fans want to learn anything more about you, do you have a website or a Facebook page that they can check out?
Absolutely. I use Facebook and Twitter. And also, if you go on 11xracing.com, we will be updating it shortly. So,
sounds like you're pumped.
I am absolutely pumped. I think 2016 will have a lot of great things in store.
And I know this is your Monadnock car, but is your Stafford car going to be very similar?
Yep, very similar. It's a BFR chassis car. Same colors, same sponsor, so you'll be basically looking at the twin version of this car.
Okay, one of the most exotic late models at Stafford this year will be driven by this driver, Tyler Leary of Hatfield, Massachusetts. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.